what is up, internet hopefuls? Today I'm doing a video on, Today I'm doing a video on a bunch of things that are my favorites in photography. So I have a notebook here with a list called Photography Favorites 2020. I got films, I got cameras, I got photographers, I got YouTube people who are cooler than me, and I have one accessory. So let's get right into it. The first thing I want to touch on is films that I've been enjoying recently. So I have two for you today. The first one is Kodak Proimage 100. Now, Proimage 100 is a relatively new film to the United States market, but it was actually offered in a lot of the Southern Hemisphere markets for a while due to its stability for temperature, apparently. But I was at my local camera shop, picked up a roll, and the guy was like, yeah, I don't know what it does, but give it a shot. I did some research online and found out that it actually looks really good when you push it to ISO 200. So I shot all my images at 200 and developed a little bit longer. I think it offers a really kind of classic film look. It has great highlight retention, so none of my highlights ever blew out, although I was shooting underexposed. But I just really liked the way the colors looked for this, and it was great for shooting in the city, and it was just really versatile. The second film I'm actually really enjoying right now is Fujifilm. It's actually Fujichrome. It's T64 tungsten color positive film. Now, I just did a video on this, but I actually got this film in high school. My teacher was just like, here, I have this film, I don't know what to do with it, do you want it? I ended up selling all of it when I started developing color positive because I thought, oh, well, I can't even use this film right now, so might as well just kind of pay for some Portrait for 100 with it. But after shooting a roll of it, I really do enjoy the blue tones it gives you. It's not for everything, and I have a roll that I shot a bunch of pictures on in bright sunlight, and I'm really curious what that's going to be like. But definitely on an overcast day, it gives a really cinematic tone that I haven't seen from other films. It's definitely more saturated and different than CineStill 800T, which is kind of classic right now for tungsten films. But I'm definitely enjoying it and the looks it gives me. Okay, cameras. Now, I honestly have only shot with 2 film cameras, but I will say that lately I have been enjoying my Canon A-1 a lot more. When I first started shooting, it was kind of like, oh, shoot a medium format, shoot a medium format. But the thing is, 35mm offers you a lot more flexibility and the ability to take multiple pictures of the same thing. So I love just throwing the Canon A1 over my shoulder with a roll of whatever and just taking pictures. And the lens I have for it is a 50mm f1.8, which is just super versatile for everything, so I really can't complain about that setup. Okay, photographers I've been enjoying recently. This is a list of 5 photographers I've been enjoying recently. First person that I see that I really like is Richard Beaven. Now, he shoots on 6x6 medium format, just like me, I'm pretty sure, and he did a series on rural towns in America right before the election of Donald Trump, and then a series of pictures with the same people after about 4 years, I think, recently. And it's really cool because you can see the contrast of how things change for them. The photos are all really powerful with really gritty people. Like, you just see that person, you're like, yeah, they know what they're standing for, they have their opinion, and they're owning it. And just a lot of these photos are really inspiring to me. The second photographer I'd like to mention is Roman Spataro. Now, Roman is shooting in Pennsylvania, which is right over there for me, and the way he just captures light and the essence of rural Pennsylvania, it's so perfect. I can't really explain how it makes me feel, and you may look at his photos and not really relate to them as much as I do, but personally I spent a lot of time over in Pennsylvania in the farmland and stuff, and just seeing these photos reminds me of all of that area, and it just does a super good job encapsulating why I like that area so much. He tends to focus on warm tones a lot, which I enjoy. His photos always have one distinct, unique feature that makes them pop out. Okay, the next photo is Daniel, I'm sorry if I pronounced your last name wrong, Matallana. So I actually worked with Daniel once, assisting on one of his shoots with, this guy is really famous. Manuel Turizo, 9.9 million followers on Instagram. He's extremely famous. I didn't know this. I was just like, oh, this guy. So Daniel shoots primarily on digital, medium format digital actually, but he does a fair bit of work on 645 film with a Pentax 645N, I believe. So his portraits of people shot on film is what really first inspired me to get into film photography. I love how he captures people's expressions and how he lights his photos in just a big, huge softbox. So shout out to Daniel, I love your work. The next photographer I have on this list is Victor Llorente. I think that's his last name. He's based out of New York and shoots a lot of conceptual photos, I believe, on film. He's got a lot of warm and darker tones and usually does in-studio portraits. I love his work because every photo you look at, you can instantly realize that there was so much time and effort put into the setup for this. It's not just a little snapshot, it's definitely planned out. His compositions are always spot on, and he definitely has a certain aesthetic that I really happen to enjoy. Alright, the last photographer I just want to mention is Jason Kummerfeldt from the YouTube channel Grainydays. Oh my god, I love you. So I've been watching his channel for a while but never actually followed him on Instagram. I just recently followed him on Instagram and actually love his photos. They have a very minimalist look to them. Most of them are shot on 35mm films throughout Los Angeles. I love his take on architecture and just the snapshot style, but done in a well-composed fashion. Moving right along to YouTube, I love the channel Grainydays. Shout out to Jason again. Grainydays is one of those channels with a slight edge of kind of sinister humor, which I really enjoy on YouTube. One of my favorite channels, completely unrelated to film photography, is Regular Car Reviews, which is just notoriously like really raunchy. And Jason is more of a underhanded type of jokester, but I do enjoy his content a lot, and he does produce a lot of videos that are really informative while also being super entertaining, so big inspiration from him. Second one I want to mention is Volandes. He did a video on making fun of film photographers and just what they do, and I think it's so tongue-in-cheek and funny, and I just gotta shout them out for that because I just found that video hilarious and super relatable. Okay, I'm back on the new battery. That one died, but it's all good now. Okay, the next channel I'd like to mention is Joe Greer. Now, Joe is a very prolific Instagram film photographer, let's be honest, but I think a lot less people know that he has a YouTube channel, which kind of is a more behind-the-scenes look at his photos. I really just enjoy looking at his photos and his process with shooting, so shout out to Joe Greer because he is the man. Alright, this list of YouTubers wouldn't be complete without Willem Verbeek, the OG legend in film photography YouTube channels. If you're here, you've seen his videos, let's be honest, but as well as providing tutorials, his work is actually really good. I love his minimalist approach to architecture and landscapes, as well as his well thought out in-studio portraits. Alright, finally, the final thing I want to mention is an app called Photonegative Viewer. All it does is take your negatives and invert them for you, just a little bit better than like inverting your screen, the old trick. If you are a home film developer like me and you want to look at your photos before they're done drying and you're just like, oh, it came out of the reel, I want to see this, you just download this app, hold a light up behind the photos. Try to keep them hanging at this point because the emulsion's still gonna be wet. But yeah, just hold the flashlight up behind your photos and you'll be able to see them. It's gonna look not the greatest, but you'll definitely get a good idea of what came out. That's it for this video. I really appreciate the support on other videos and all of the comments and thumbs up you guys are leaving. Please like and subscribe because every YouTube video is not complete without the creator telling their viewers to like and subscribe. So please like and subscribe to my channel because I enjoy making videos and I enjoy it more when more people like to enjoy what I'm making. And then if you comment down below, I will respond to it if it's a good comment. If it's a lame comment, I won't respond to it because I don't like lame comments. Finally, if you read the description, there is a list of cameras I own as well as what I'm filming this on, which is a Canon T5i, which I freaking need to replace because it sucks for video. Also follow me on Instagram at Average Scottish Guy, at Judson Graham, paramotor photography, film photography, digital photography. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.